Thank you, Chris. And I'll tell you what, I love working with Chris and Ian and Trish and all of our crew here because we all live the lifestyle. We are all in these vehicles on a regular basis. And if you've been with us over the last year or so, you know we're doing something a little bit different. The virtual RV shows have never been done before. We launched this 1 year ago this weekend. And man, have we seen some changes and made some amazing deals and discovered some incredible units. And that's what this is all about. I love to hear Chris talk about tailgating, whether you're going out fishing. And we had a great question and answer session last night with Ian and Chris about fishing and the lifestyle and what that's like. And you saw what it's like to go to a NASCAR track. I was the voice of NASCAR for 8 years in Southern California. And I lived in the infield. And one of my favorite things to do was the Sean Parr barbecue tour. And man, I lived in these RVs and these amazing units. So you see all the different things you can do. And that's what this is all about. Getting you started on an incredible, this is an adventure for you. Whether you're a first timer or a veteran or you want to trade something in, this is a chance for you to go to one of our 185 locations of a Camping World or Gander RV and Outdoor and say, you know what? We saw what Chris and Ian were talking about, and Sean and Trish they were in this Mallard, or they were in this amazing Montana, and we saw the 2022 that just came off the line. We have them available right now. You're gonna have to wait if you try to go somewhere else or look online or whatever you're gonna do. We have those for you. As a matter of fact, we're gonna take another look at something very special. And don't forget, if you have a question, it's URVS. You just text it to 46642. It's simple. Our specialists are standing by, ready to take care of you. And again, that's what this is all about. It's just the start of an extravagance of adventure for the next couple of weeks, and we're looking forward to it. Let's get to Ian right now and take a look at this amazing Keystone Arcadia. What do you got there, Ian?
Sean, you are absolutely right, my friend. It is all about the adventure. And if you're looking to take one, this thing right here is going to blow you away. This is the all-new 2020 Keystone Arcadia 3250RL. And this mid-profile, they knocked it out of the park, Sean. This one, it comes in about 32 and a half feet. So nice and short, easily towable, a little under 9,000 pounds dry. Different design. They did a lot of things, especially in the interior, that we haven't really seen in the RV industry before. Some of the things that, I really like about it are the cut. Hi, Trish.
Hi, Ian. You could pretend
what are we doing?
I'm in love. I've never seen anything like this, and it is so cool.
Yeah. I love this, for the record.
For the record, it's amazing.
Yeah, this is, this is perfect for a couple reasons, right?
Tell me.
A lot of times when you have a floor plan that's shorter like this, you struggle to get good seating. And this setup is, even in a larger RV, I would take this. I love what they've done with the sofa.
The cut,
yes.
The color, the design. And I'm gonna tell you, do not be fooled by the structure. This is so comfortable.
It really is.
It is so comfortable. Fireplace here, TV here, and it's so light and airy.
Yep.
That I feel so at home. Look, I'm 5'2". Look, my little nubby feet. I can sit here, and we still have all this room. This is so big.
Yes. Yeah.
I can't believe. And then forget about how big this kitchen is.
Oh my God. Oh, massive. And I love the colors. What do you think of the blinds?
Okay, a Roman shade, just so everybody knows.
Is that what that's called?
These are called Roman shades.
I learned something.
And look how easy they are, okay? How easy they go up. This is the other thing I love. And they're clean.
Yes.
And you don't, and how quickly, oh look, somebody's outside the campsite. You're not struggling with the blinds, struggle bus style.
Yep.
Your one finger, get that right back up, and it just looks so chic and elegant, and it goes with everything in here without being a distraction. I'm telling you.
100% agree. The other thing I love about I don't know if you noticed this, check this out.
What?
So this is a tri-fold sofa.
Stop it.
So what you will get when we pull this bad boy out, we'll drop that back down and you get yourself a king size bed.
No, sir.
Yep, so any guests that want to come stay the night, get a king bed.
I'm blown away.
Right? And all that, again, this thing's only 32 and a half foot long.
That's the other thing, because it feels like it's so expansive. The profile on the ceiling, how high is this, 12? 12 feet?
Yeah, right around there. Yep.
Okay, the profile in here makes it feel like it just goes on for days. Not only is it light and airy, there is a great use of texture and dimension in here.
Yeah.
That makes it just so open.
So speaking of texture, something else that I noticed that I really like is the slide fascia. The reason I say that, a lot of times, it's very ornate and traditional.
Heavy.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. And here it is, like you said, it's just very clean.
It's
simple
clean.
lines.
Yes, and it makes you notice all the other details they've put into this, which I think is so cool.
Yeah, nice. You know, and so the seating, right across from the TV, exactly where you want it. You get your entertainment center there, fireplace.
I mean, it's, you know, it's cozy and intimate, but at the same time, super airy and open. And I think that's what makes it so cool here. It's got this really great farmhouse vibe.
Yeah, definitely. I feel that. I feel that.
So that you could add your own touches, but it already has such style.
Yeah.
You don't have to clutter it with a bunch of stuff.
I love it. And speaking of clutter, if you want to hide some stuff.
Love hiding clutter and
dun, dun, dun.
I love a hideaway. I don't have a lick of sense over a hideaway.
So one of the cool things about this too, right, is with this one, you can get, so this one comes with like a 200-watt solar package, right? So it's always just trickle charging your battery, but you can upgrade that into like a 400 or 600 watt, and with that you can get an inverter. And so behind the TV is an inverted outlet, so that if you are off camping and you don't have shore power, you can actually just use the batteries to run your TV, because it'll just run all that. It'll invert it for you for your 120 outlets.
I mean, all my head's doing right now is, can I afford this? Can I afford this? Because this is so, there's so much, it feels so luxurious in here.
Oh, yeah.
It really does. And at the same time, it's got this cool kind of timeless vibe. I've not been in an RV yet that is this just forward thinking.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Even this, right? Like, I love this little touch. So you have this beautiful table right over here. I love the bench seat with like the throw pillows on there.
I love a plaid, honey. Yeah. I love a plaid. And it goes, if you want to pop them off and you want a little extra snug, it goes with your sofas.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm here for this.
It's like there was some thought behind it. It makes me happy.
I love attention to detail.
Yep.
This pantry is so cool.
Is this, I think that's a chalkboard they have on there, actually.
Chalkboard, yes.
Yeah, that's cool. That's smart.
I love that. Look, are you kidding me? Coffee pot, toaster.
Yep.
Can leave them set up. And you've got that great countertop.
Yep. And if you look, once again, so that one, if you get that bigger solar package, that's another inverted outlet. So if you have your coffee maker in there, still be good. And that's a big one for me, Trish.
Me too.
I'm a morning coffee person. If I don't have coffee in the morning,
I'm a little hateful. But not in a bad way, Roddy.
A little hateful.
I have to have my coffee.
I am a spiteful person.
I get a little salty without my coffee. And look how clean. It just goes right into great counter space. Look at that window for natural light.
Yep. I like the backsplash too. It's kind of like the white subway tile. They like a herringbone pattern.
It is.
Both here and then over on the
and a full-size microwave.
Kitchen there too. Yes. Yeah, it's a 30-inch microwave. So nice and big. You know, I'm a kind of guy that, I warm up pizza.
I warm up my coffee too.
So this is a funny story. My wife, honey, if you're watching, I love you to death. She for whatever reason, she can't finish a cup of coffee in the time a normal person finishes a cup of coffee.
I can't either.
She reheats it like 3 times.
There's not an ounce of judgment, girl. I'm your people. I am a coffee reheater too. I don't know. We have to warm it back up. We like the warm up.
I get it.
And you can do 2 or 3 cups in that microwave.
Yeah, yes, you can. And then a little bit later, you got a wine rack. Yep. Settle down a little bit for the night, right?
Yes, a little wine 30 happens up there.
Absolutely.
Great storage in here.
Mm-hmm. I love the front of the refrigerator too.
Yes, a panel front fridge. I think a lot of people, yes, we love our stainless steel appliances, which are wonderful, but at the same time, a panel front fridge is that finish, that second layer that just looks luxury.
Yep.
It's thought, it's attention to detail.
Yep.
And you still get the great stainless when you head around to the sink. So
and it doesn't show fingerprints.
Yes! Wipeable, honey.
Yeah, yes.
Wipeable.
I think they did a good job with this too. They gave you the butcher block for the sink top cover. I think that's pretty cool.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love everything about a butcher block top because not only does it become function, it's also ideal. As you say, I always jack it up. What's the word? Charcuterie.
Charcuterie.
that when
Yes.
you do a bougie board.
There it is.
It's wide enough and big enough to be able to do a full board, throw it on your great farmhouse table.
Absolutely. And I mean, that's got some weight to it.
That's substantial.
Like that's real.
That's real. That's not a laminate. That is the real deal Holyfield.
Yes, it is.
That sink is a great full-size sink.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's huge. Like it's so, for a lot of people, especially if this is gonna be like a full-time deal, if you're spending all that time in there, you'll bring residential pots and pans.
Sure.
And this is big enough you can wash those in there.
Absolutely. And the cabinetry right above, gorgeous.
Oh yeah, they did a good job. Cool glass, almost like a little bit of bubble glass there. Adds a little bit of texture.
It does. It's that attention to detail, that little farmhouse vibe that's just a little bit of detail.
Yep.
And they keep paying attention.
Well, let's head up top real quick here, Trish, because I love
Show me.
the bedroom. So this one.
Oh.
Yes, there is. I think they did a really good job in here. So what normally happens in a mid-profile is when you have your, your north to south bed like this, is that you can't really get around to the side. So it'll be a big step right here.
There's a ton of room.
And so you'll have to do this, right?
Right.
So you're almost forced to crawl in from the bottom normally, but here, I mean, at 6 foot, I can almost fully stand up all the way at the top of the bed. So I have no problem getting in on either side of the bed up here, which is awesome.
And I'm 5'2", I'm clearing it all the way through. So that's great to know. And you've got the built-in nightstands.
Yep.
You've got the power.
Yep, and again, those, if you get that inverter, those will be inverted as well. So if you sleep with a CPAP machine, you'll still be set. You'll be good to go.
And you can store it right above, so it's right away. That's awesome.
Yep.
Again, the Roman shades, which I want to just drive home what an amazing touch that is. I don't think you realize the level of quality of a Roman shade. And is this?
Yep, that's all wardrobe storage.
Door? Oh!
Yep.
Oh, I'm here for this.
And turn around.
Wait. Wait. Look how deep these are.
Huge
Wait,
drawers.
look, and I got a sock and an unmentionables drawer, as we like to say. Oh, gosh, y'all, that is a ton
of extra storage. Yep.
Oh, they thought this through.
Oh, it's absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
Can I afford this? Can I afford this?
Oh, yeah. Oh, it is affordable. There's no doubt about it.
You promise?
I do promise.
This is so dreamy. I'm sitting here going, can I? Look at the bathroom.
Yep. Big shower in there. Plenty of space. Good countertop.
Storage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and I like the detail. I see what you did there.
Yep. I like this too.
Pocket door.
Well, yeah. So far too often, right? What you'll have is just a regular swing door in the bathroom, and you have to do a dance in a fifth wheel getting in or out. But with the pocket door, don't even have to worry about it.
This is a lot. I'm a little person. I'm tinier, and I don't have as much room.
Yeah, it's a ton.
Is big.
The thing I like about that, Trish, is that you can actually change your clothes in the bathroom.
Yes.
A lot of times in RVs you can't do that because there's just not enough space. That's not at all the case here.
No, I just want to know if I can have it.
All right, for everyone watching, Trish may take this one home.
Y'all are going to have to get your own, but don't worry, we've got a lot in stock. Thank goodness.
Absolutely. Let's take a quick look outside. We'll just kind of take a peek at some of the storage and everything we have out here.
Show me.
Curt step, by the way. So we have Curt step, Curt suspension.
Wow.
Curt kingpin up front. Excellence. So these steps are actually wider, right? We talk about solid steps.
Yeah,
that's a little bit wider than all the other ones that are out there. And you have the nice big door there too. And then right up here, this is something else I love. For a mid-profile, this is a ton of outside storage. Everything is sealed off. You don't have any electrical. You don't have plumbing. You have tie-downs in here for some of your bigger items. They're not going to be sliding all over on you. You know, your awning. Beautiful paint or beautiful colors
gorgeous.
on there. Mm-hmm. Yep. Fully painted front cap. Different design here, too. I have Jeff coming up in a little bit, and I'm curious because I'm going to ask him the thought on the cap. They're just looking for something different or what it is. It does look different. I don't dislike it.
No.
I'm just wondering what the thought behind
process
it is.
And I wonder, and you can tell me, is it because of the way the bedroom is and we gained all that space, like you said, where you can stand up?
I wonder maybe that's, because it would be a little bit higher. I bet you I'll ask him.
That's not my department, y'all, but I can't wait to hear what Jeff says. Thank you for letting me be a part.
Trish, thank you so much for joining. For everyone watching, make sure you stick around because in a little bit, my good friend Jeff is going to join me. We're going to ask him about the front cap and so much more. And if you have questions, make sure you text them because we'll get them answered.
I did not grow up camping, but I wanted to change those family dynamics. I wanted to challenge myself to be able to do something different. That difference has brought us here. And to find out that you do love something, it's phenomenal. My name is Demetrius Scott, and we're in the Finger Lakes region with me and my family enjoying the great outdoors. For us, getting out of debt and being able to live life differently put us in a position to be able to fulfill our fantasy of going camping and seeing different things, seeing nature. Okay.
That's a masterpiece. Best day ever.
It was a first time hiking for Mary and Milan. They haven't been out in places like Watkins Glen. So to be able to go under the waterfalls and experience those things.
Yeah, can you see, baby?
Just seeing the joy on Milan's face was second to none because I know that I was part of it. That's why I have the best uncle shirt on that she gave me. It's perfect. All about nature. This is what camping is all about.
I love it. Awesome.
There's so many different aspects of life that we take for granted because we're not paying attention to it. So when you be able to look at the small things, it opens up the big opportunities that the world presents to us. To see the fireflies that comes out of the woods and just light up, you know, for her to run to try to catch them and touch them. And
Look at that. Look, baby. See?
she'll be able to experience these things and enjoy it and appreciate nature for what it is instead of being afraid of it.
Nature. You can't beat nature. That is so cool, man.
Just because you maybe was raised or brought up a certain way to where your family didn't do it, your parents didn't do it, you could be able to be the difference in changing your family dynamics. It's such a wonderful gift, and there's nothing in the world like it.
Today is the day that we finally did it. High five. We made it to camping.
Well, I made it to the stage. Trish, on the other hand, is still in the Arcadia. She loves that thing.
That's perfect.
So I'm Ian Baker. I am joined by my friend Jeff here with Keystone. Jeff, thank you for showing.
Yeah,
thank you
pleasure
for
to be
coming. Thank you for bringing that unit. That thing is stellar.
That's awesome.
Talk to me a little bit. Like Trish said, right? There's a lot of different design elements in there that you guys brought to the Arcadia that we haven't really seen in the RV industry before, from the sofa to the curtains. Just kind of talk to me a little bit about the design when coming up with the Arcadia. Like, what were, what was your dream, your vision for it?
Well, you just said it. I mean, we wanted something in every section of that coach that was unique, something that people hadn't seen before, and we wanted it also to be fashion forward. So our mantra as we were designing it kind of became, automotive on the outside, residential on the inside.
Okay.
And you've got obviously a lot of residential coaches out there, but now we really wanted it to look different than everything else and respond a little more to that forward thinking, that light, bright, airy, trend that you're seeing in houses today.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, and Trish is definitely has a better eye for it than I do. She went nuts over those shades. I don't know if you were
the Roman
watching.
shades, yeah.
She loves those things.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about those. Like, I mean, are they easy to clean?
Oh yeah, so we wanted, again, residential. We wanted them to function really easy, and she pointed that out. So you can push them up, pull them down.
Yep.
But we also wanted, day-night shades and some of the other shades we've used through the years are made for RVs.
Yep.
These were made for houses. So you can take them off, you can have them dry cleaned, and you can pop them right back up. So easy to get down, easy to put back, easy to clean.
I love it.
Yep.
Talk to me a little bit about the sofa. Is that, again, probably one of the coolest furniture setups I've seen in an RV, from a comfort standpoint to design standpoint. Like, it looks nice, and the fact it pulls out into a king-size bed is amazing.
Yeah. Well, we worked long and hard on that sofa. So it's the first true L sofa in an RV. And we had it designed specifically for that coach. And you'll see us use it in some other coaches down the road. But we wanted it to fold out, as you said, into a true king-size bed.
Yep.
Just in case anyone does want to bring kids along. It's a mom and pop coach.
Yep.
But we wanted to make it versatile. So that's why the table setup is set up the way it is also. So you can sit multiple people at it, or you can just sit two at it and use it as a workstation.
I love it. So obviously, like I said, right, very fashion forward. It looks amazing. Talk to me a little bit about the nuts and bolts. Right? You said automotive on the outside.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about kind of on the construction side of things.
So everything about this chassis is proprietary to Keystone. We designed it from the ground up, and it's a crawl space chassis. So it's the NGC2 chassis, and so essentially what we did is we've designed a crawl space into this chassis so that all of your important components can run right through that, and they're fully protected. So your electric, all of your water lines, all of your heat runs are protected in this cab in the chassis itself, fully insulated, fully out of the elements. And it not only is nice because it protects all of those very important things, but it also gives you efficiencies. So once your heat ducts come up to heat, they stay warmer longer. They're direct runs. You can move those vents anywhere in the coach you want. We're no longer held back by cross members.
It's huge for design purposes.
So and the other part of this unit is it's built for. We've got a 2-year story that comes. As long as we can get parts and pieces, you'll see us unveil something new on these coaches every year that will be a part of that chassis. And it was designed for a number of different things that we can't even talk about yet.
That's exciting. That's really cool. And so with that, right, like you say, with having like everything kind of tucked in, insulated, would you consider this a 4-season coach?
Well, it can be. I mean, obviously, it's also we're kind of straddling the line here. In a mid-profile, in the coach that you were just in, that 3250, we're going for more of a half-ton. So it's all about price and weight.
Sure.
But yes, again, it's something that this coach will build to, and it's something that I think you'll see us use this chassis technology throughout the Keystone lineup eventually. We're starting it here because it's a really good. It speaks to so many different parts of the market. We wanted to test it. We get some of our best feedback from retail customers, so as it grows, yes, you'll see us adapt this into more of a 4-season coach.
Cool. I have to ask, what's going on with the front cap? What's going on with the nose? It's unique.
Oh yeah, it's one of the first things that everybody asks about. So there's a couple of different things. The front of all the front decks on the Arcadia fifth wheels are designed around the Space Saver upper deck. And to this point, the Space Saver had been something that was only used in full profile fifth wheels. It's great for a walk-in closet because it takes anywhere from 18 to 36 inches of that step up in the front of a fifth wheel away. Well, we adapted it to this mid-profile. So that did a couple of things. That coach is still max turn. And to this point with the Space Saver chassis, you had to square off the front of that cab. And so we figured out a way to pull that pin box forward a little bit and keep the front cap rounded so that you can still get max turn out of that, a little bit more turning radius. At the same time, we took the point furthest out on that cap and we moved it up. You'll notice in the RV industry, all the front caps kind of start out low, and then they sweep back up front. The problem with that is all the air that's coming off the cab of your truck is coming over and it wants to go down. This cap is designed in such a way that not only is it more efficient for the use of space inside, but it's also efficient for towing. So all that wind has a place to split off. It hits the cap, it's directed down, or it hits the cap and it's directed up. So it's one of the most aerodynamic caps that we've designed in the industry. They give me a whole thing about drag coefficient. I wouldn't be able to tell you what it means, but yes, there was a lot of design detail that went into that. And then when you walk inside in our 3660 as an example, that's our 3/4 ton unit. When you walk inside, you see the Space Saver chassis. You'll also notice that the bar for the close rod is moved way up. So instead of having to kneel down to get stuff, not only can you walk into that because of the chassis or the Space Saver chassis, but all your clothes are up at more of a residential level and they're set back. So when you walk into that coach, you can actually step into that closet to get everything.
That's cool. That is cool. Well, I'm glad that there is a lot of design behind it, actually. One of the other things I noticed, too, in that 3250 that I really liked, and I don't find too often in a mid-profile, is that I was able to go like all the way around the bed, right? And I was able to stand up, I mean, the very, very, very front, duck my head down a little, but a lot of times with that mid-pro, you get that extra step, and I mean, you kind of have to crawl in and out of the bed from the bottom of the bed almost.
So we picked up anywhere from 8 to 12 inches, depending on what competitor you're talking about, at the end of that bed up top. So not only is it a flush floor upper deck, but you've got a ton of extra space. And one of the things that we heard most from retails and all the retail feedback we got was we want to be able to walk all the way around the bed. And then when we added the cabinet at the end of the bed, so not only do you have the bedroom slide out, but you also have the cabinet at the end of the bed with drawers. You can open every single one of those drawers without running into your mattress.
I love it.
So again, we tried to design something unique into every section of that coach.
Phenomenal job. We have a couple questions that came in here. Let's see what we have. One of them says, "Hi, Ian. Is this one easy to clean? I have 4 kiddos, so I like the leather and curtain shades." From Elise.
Well, we already kind of touched on the Roman shades, easy to clean. One of the first questions that we get all the time on any of our white coaches, but especially the Arcadia, is, how's that going to hold up when I camp? And so, again, residential styling, those are all true hardwood painted cabinet doors, easy to wipe down. They're all designed to be wiped down. You can use water, you can use cleaning products on them. They're not going to swell, they're not going to peel, they're not going to do some of the things that, you know, you've seen throughout houses or even the RV industry over the years. So yes, very easy to clean.
Love it. And I saw no carpet.
No carpet. Not a speck of carpet in the whole coach.
Yes, that's definitely another big one. All right, have another one here from Joe. It says, we just had our second baby. We spent so much time baby-proofing our RV. Is this one kid-friendly? Now, of course, it's designed to be a couples coach, but...
Yeah. Well, so you know, kid-friendly is kind of subjective, but yes. I mean, again, that big sofa, like we talked about, we designed it so that when you pull that sofa out, it's just one example on the coach, there's nowhere that a kid can roll off. I mean, if you're going to sleep them towards with their head to the back of the coach, you know, that is one contiguous sleeping space here, and it's the largest sleeping space that you can get in the back of an RV. So from that standpoint, yes. Again, not having all the extra steps in the upper deck. We did a larger shower, but you'll notice we still have a lip on that shower, so if you wanted to use it for water for a small child to bathe, you can do that. So we do try to think about that throughout the coach, and we try to put as much storage as possible in that coach, so that if you have to pack a ton of stuff for kids, you can do it.
Yeah, that was one of the things that that I was showing Trish is, for a mid-profile, you have a ton of outside storage. That garage space is massive.
The pass-through, that's another thing that we didn't mention, but because of this chassis, we were able to do our pass-through storage a little bit differently. And you'll notice that for a mid-profile and for a half-ton in particular, it's one of the largest pass-throughs in the industry.
Agreed.
The other thing you have is use the same size door on both sides. So when you put something in one side, if it slid around, you could get it out the other side. You'll notice most of the fifth wheels, probably 90% of the fifth wheels out there, they have a smaller door on the off-door side than the door side. Part of the reason is we put our convenience center in a lot of pass-throughs. In this, the convenience center has a standalone area, kind of like a full profile or a motorized, where you can get to all of those components without having to open up that pass-through storage. And it also buys you all that extra space in the pass-through. And then we put tie-downs in there just in case. We don't want stuff to slide around.
No, I love it, especially, you know, if you have a tool chest or anything, right? That way, big, heavy, you don't want it sliding around, strap it down.
The other thing when we talk about kid-friendly, there's no wires in that pass-through. There's no plumbing in that pass-through. And in fact, the entire thing is completely enclosed like the trunk of your car, and that is the only RV in the industry that does that. Believe it or not, in almost every RV out there, you'll open it up and you'll see floor joists or you'll see plumbing lines. The Arcadia doesn't have any of that.
And that's something else I see a lot in mid-pros. Again, I didn't notice here when we talk about plumbing. A lot of times they're just running right through the center of your storage.
No impediments.
Yeah, no, that is phenomenal. And I know you're talking about space, and something else that I was talking with Trish about when we were in there is, you know, she was shocked at how much space you had in the bathroom. Like that, you know, that's. I feel like there's more space than a lot of times you will get in a lot of your mid-pros up top.
Well, that's the larger shower. So there's 3 or 4 different sizes of shower. Obviously, some of the full profiles have very large showers, but most of the mid-profiles, the bathroom is the first place that people kind of skimp. And a lot of customers don't think about that until they've already purchased their RV, they're out on the road, and they realize, hey, I got a tiny shower. Either I can't stand up in it or I can't move around in it. So we actually went with a mid-size shower, which you'll find in a lot of 3/4 ton units out there, in our half-ton unit.
Love it, love it. All right, we got one more question here. It says, I really like the design, but is it built for boondocking? We're full-timers and we'd like to go off-grid in the summer. From Kelly.
Man, I'll tell you, you teed that one up perfectly. So the other thing for Arcadia, we designed this around boondocking. As you were walking around the coach, you pointed out a couple of things, the inverted outlets. Well, Arcadia was built from day one to say, you know, we want to make sure that you can take this anywhere. So obviously everything at Keystone now comes equipped with some sort of solar package. The Arcadia, though, you can take all the way up to the 600i system, and so it is made for off-grid. You've got inverted outlets inside, you've got inverted outlets outside, and the other thing that we're getting ready to introduce to the industry is lithium-ion. So you will be able to get it from the factory with lithium batteries.
That is absolutely fantastic. Well, Jeff, thank you so much for joining me. You have a beautiful product. For anyone that is interested, the Arcadia is new here at Camping World. We get to debut it. First time ever being seen, some of the new floor plans here. There's definitely more to come here, folks. Thanks for joining me, Jeff. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
Make sure you stick around for more at the Ultimate RV Show.
I love you.
Love you too, Papa.
Hey, honey, look what I got. A triggerfish.
Don't settle for the trips you've always taken. There's a different way to travel. And RVing is the way to go.
Look at this area. So cool. We're here!
You can see new things.
Oh!
Travel to new places. Seek new adventures.
It's moving.
All without leaving home behind.
You're so fun.
I know.
Travel different with Camping World.
Begin. Here we go.
I love Good Sam so much.
I do too.